With this workflow, you can use the power of AI to generate comprehensive customer avatars for any niche in any business and figure out what it is your ideal customers are looking for so you can market and sell to them effectively and efficiently without spending hours trying to figure that all out on your own. And as always, you can download this n8n workflow for free from my free school community, where we give away over 25 different business-focused workflows for free, with new free workflows coming out every week, along with tutorial videos, how-to setup guides, and a community of automation-focused business owners all looking to collaborate and grow their businesses with AI-powered automations. You can also join our advanced community for tech support assistance, marketing and business growth discussions, as well as getting to pick my brain on n8n, AI automation, or businesses in general. And let's go ahead and take a look at how this workflow actually works. We'll come over here first and actually see what kind of output it puts out first. So we see I'm in my customer avatars, and here's my 5 that it just generated for me. So we've got Jordan Michaels, the overloaded marketing agency director. It's giving me his age, his gender, marital status, household income, job title, company name, company size, work environment, location where we might be able to find him, his education, what kinds of technologies he uses. So the devices, his softwares, what kinds of things he relies on. He relies on Chrome extensions. I like that. Media consumption, his daily, weekly, and what other things he trusts. So recommends peer recommendations from private Slack communities for marketing leaders. I like that. That's something I wouldn't have even thought about. Personality and psychological profile. So he's an ESTJ, interesting. His work style, macro focused strategist, delegates tactical work, uses color-coded calendars. I like that. He prefers bullet-pointed Slack messages and shorter than 5-minute Loom videos. Requires ROI projections. And this is all generated by a thinking, reasoning model of AI. It even gives me his daily schedules, or what time he wakes up and when he gets to the office and what he's doing during the day, when he goes to bed, how he spends his leisure time and watching Netflix. All right, his current business challenges. He's got team productivity drain, pressure to scale efficiently. And that's for all of these customer avatars. We've got all that kind of detail in here. It just really goes on and on and on. And what would make a killer offer? It even tells me how I might be able to present my product or service to this potential customer in order to be able to really hook them. Here, offer a free trial, provide social proof, fast track the onboarding with a done-for-you setup. I love it. All right, so it gives you a lot of ideas on what you might be able to do for your ideal customers. Now, the workflow is pretty straightforward. We have a Google trigger. You can have a click trigger. I just have it set to a Google Sheets trigger. I don't actually have this turned on. Anytime I would use it, I would just click test workflow. So I guess to be more efficient, you can use a click trigger and then use a read sheet. So get rows, Google Sheets node, pulling from our create your customer avatar. I want to double check. Is this from the customer avatar? Actually, we're pulling from the describe your business first, which is over here. And if you watched our video on the benefits creator, which is step 1 of the marketing plan generator system, you should be already familiar with this. You fill in your company name. If you have a face, so someone who presents on behalf of your company, like the one who's going out there doing the sales and promotions, you would mark yes, that's me, so Bradford Carlton. Company tagline or motto, what industry you're in, the types of products or services you offer. You want to make sure that your benefits are filled in. Again, we have a benefits creator workflow as well, which is step 1 of the marketing plan generator system that'll fill all this in for you. You're also, once we have that filled in, and then from there, we have an if node here. What this one does is it's going to check to see if our customer avatars were empty when this first ran, and they were. We see when I first ran this, I didn't have my customer avatars created yet. And so because it was empty, it moves through. And I have this just in case maybe you have different businesses you might offer, different brands you might be offering under, just to be able to allow you to have different customer avatars. You can do this as many times as you want for as many different products or services as you have, create as many different customer avatars as you possibly can. And this is really inexpensive. So here in our next node, Google Sheets, of course, you want to make sure you set up your Google credentials. If you don't yet have a Google Cloud Console set up, I'll have a video in the description below on how to set up Google Cloud Console to make sure that you can be able to set up your Google Sheets API access. What we do is we're pulling from that sheet, and for some reason, I don't know why, I didn't have it set here. So for you guys, it'll get the right sheet. So we're going to pull from our customer avatar sheet. Wonderful. And it's going to take the information from our customer avatar sheet, which is over here. And what you need to do is you're going to fill in the dark green sections with just some ideas of who your ideal customer is. So I've got Shopify store owners, small business owners, business coaches and consultants, agency owners, solopreneurs. You know, I didn't put a lot of thought into it. I wanted to be able to show how awesome this is. And it was still able to generate these just monster customer avatar descriptions off of that. All right. And so what we do is we take all of that data from our last couple Google Sheets. We're going to run it through this system prompt here. This is a world-class customer avatar analyst. It's going to make each one unique. In fact, I think this one actually will generate kind of an idea of what each one is first. It's not writing the full thing. It's coming up with the kind of basics of what each customer avatar is. And it is a reasoning model. You'll see here that I'm actually using a DeepSeek reasoning model. And the reason for it is because OpenAI's reasoning models are really expensive. I'd rather use an inexpensive model. To run this whole workflow costs me probably less than a cent, which is absolutely awesome. But we run it through the system prompt here. It's going to analyze our business context. It's going to create 5 distinctive customer avatars. For each customer avatar, it's going to provide a name and title, some basic demographics, their behavior and psychographics, pain points that they may be experiencing, buying motivations, and how the business can attract them. All right, and the key point is it needs to avoid creating similar avatars. They need to be different people, totally different types of businesses, different people in their entirety. Because we're trying, like, if you have one customer avatar, that's great. But we want 5 people out in the world who would want your product. That way you can really focus on making sure that your marketing stands out to be able to hit as many different data points as you can. All right, never use percentages to describe balances. Don't generate generic or uniformed avatars. No overlapping or nearly identical profiles, avoiding void language. And then we just give it a whole bunch of examples. And again, these aren't super massive like we see in the sheet. And the reason for that is we have it think about who these people are first. We're going to break those into 5 different items. So this information extractor here, using an OpenAI node, it's just using a 4.0 mini. Probably set that to 4.1. 4.1 is a little bit smarter. Let's see, come on, 4.1 mini. It's a little bit smarter, just a little bit more expensive, but we're still talking fractions of a cent. And what it does is it goes through and it's going to just break apart the one item that we got from the previous AI node. It's going to break it into the 5 distinct items that we can then pass through into our next nodes, which are going to really write out each customer avatar. So each of these 5 is pretty much exactly the same node. It's just one's for customer avatar 1, the second's for customer avatar 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, we're using that DeepSeek reasoning model because I really wanted to think about these people. What is their life like? Who are they as individuals? What do they like? What do they dislike? I'm really trying to get into the minds of these customers. And so all we do is we just put all of our business information in again, as well as the customer avatar that we're working on. So in this case, customer avatar 1. And again, it's the same for 2, 3, 4, and 5. But we run it through the system prompt. Again, we identify the customer type. Is it B2B? Is it B2C? We try to figure out how to best sell to them based on that. We develop a highly granular demographic profile, and we saw that. It's just absolutely incredible how much detail it goes into trying to describe these people. So age, gender, income, job titles, family status, education level. Are they urban, suburban, rural, lifestyle habits? What's their technology use, media consumption, and so on. All right, we also do a deep dive into their psychographics. Psychographics being what do they think about? What do they like? What do they dislike? It's the non-tangible, like we can't draw it kind of stuff. We identify their specific struggles and pain points. We clarify their desires and buying criteria. We position our business as their ideal solution. How can we do that? How do we sell to these people? And then we just tell it, don't generate multiple avatars. Just do one at a time. Just the one that you're working on. Don't be vague or generalized. It's going to be hyper specific to this customer avatar. So again, no generic statements, no assuming numbers or business positioning. Just don't assume anything. We want it to only work on what it does know and its training data. What have people actually said about these types of customers? What do these types of people say in the training deal? And again, these people, these DeepSeek, OpenAI, Google, Claude, they've scraped everything off the internet in order to be able to train these models. And so these models are really accurate when it comes to what these customer avatars do and do not like. All right, every single day when I'm driving down the road, my radio station is usually talking about something about AI and just how astounded they are that people are still don't realize that the AIs are able to describe people kind of to the minutest detail and things you wouldn't even be able to think, otherwise consider. Like I said, that he was in a private Slack channel. I'm like, oh, shoot, I should consider joining some private Slack channels. That was a great idea. So we give it a great example. We give it one big example of a B2B. We give it an example of a B2C. That way it can come up with what we're looking for in our customer avatars. So it's going to pump out one customer avatar. This one created Jordan Michaels. This next one created Priya Kapoor, and so on. And then we just take that data and we put it back into our spreadsheet. So this first one is going to put it into our customer avatar sheet. This one here, so these guys. So again, don't fill in the anything other than the dark green. It's going to fill it in, the yellow, the blues, the bright greens. It fills that all in for you. All right. It's also going to then come over here to the next node, and it's going to fill in the describe your business page for our customer avatars. So we come over here, describe your business. We come to the right past our benefits. There's our customer avatars again. And that's just there so the other workflows in the marketing plan generator system are able to pull that information and be able to operate and generate a full working marketing plan, do a website analysis, do ads analysis, really cool stuff. All right, and then all it does is just puts that customer avatar, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, based on which path it's on. It merges it all together. It aggregates it so it's only one item coming through. And at the very, very end, we just mark the job as done. So on our create your customer avatar sheet, the very last column, it marks it done. So I'll come here, create your customer avatar, and done. And so this particular set of customer avatars has been completed, and it is good to go. All right, and that is the customer avatar creator. So as you can see, this customer avatar creating workflow allows you to quickly develop your ideal customer avatars and really get to know who these people are so that you can market and to sell to them in the most efficient and effective ways possible. All even with just a few ideas. You saw just how vague I was being. It comes up with some really good things with very little. And this is just step 2 of the whole marketing plan generator system. The whole plan allows you to write your product benefit statements, develop your full marketing plan, analyze your website and ad copy, and more. And you can find it all for free in my free school community just by clicking the link in the description below. And if you found this video helpful, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like and share the video because it really does help get this information out there to the business owners, the people with side hustles, the solopreneurs who could really use these tools. Also, in our free school community, we have additional n8n tutorials and how-tos and over 30 different workflows that you can get right now, all for free, that'll help with social media posting, developing additional product benefits and ideas and headlines, YouTube scripts, and much more. As always, I'm Bradford Carlton. Let's automate your success together.